if you're about to have a tenant lease your property and you're deciding on whether or not you're going to cover the landscaping and the lawn mowing and whatnot, or whether you're going to have them do it. A few things that I think you need to know before you make that decision. Number one, if this is a beautiful property, if this is a property that has an HOA where there's an expectation of a certain level of beauty and up to a certain standard, you might want to lean on the side of taking care of it yourself and just making sure that you're allocating for that in your rent, okay? If the property is not so nice, for whatever reason, okay, maybe it's just a B+ property, maybe it doesn't have an HOA, it's just a nice house, you might be more on the side of letting them have someone do it, or being their responsibility. If it's going to wind up being their responsibility, you need to specify exactly what it is that means, the requirement of what it is expected. If they fail at doing it, you need to set exactly what failure and success means. So it can be a burden. In most cases, I find landlords that are in the state of Florida, because it grows aggressively here in the summer and it needs to be kept to a certain standard, will wind up just paying for it themselves. Having a tenant do it themselves, meaning you're either furnishing them with a lawnmower and the supplies, you're allowing them to use yours, or they're bringing their own, can be done, but that's going to be a one-off situation. I rarely see that work successfully, but it has. If you're going for scalability, I think paying for it or requiring them to pay for it and use a certain person or whatever is the way to go. If you have a very special situation, having them do it themselves can work. Having them use your equipment gets into a liability range I don't even want to discuss, but you handle that and take that on as you see fit. The advice here is keep in mind what you're actually asking them to do, and keep in mind the bill if they don't do it. This is not just a simple mow. If the entire place needs hedge trimming and there's things to be kept back, if nature starts to take over, it's going to be $800 to $1,500 to have that cleared back to a baseline to just have someone come out and mowing it again. So these things add up. Be paying attention, have some forethought, and make sure you're putting this in the lease before they get into the property. You don't want to have this discussion once they're in there.